All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael Music, and we're going to talk still about the mastermind principle. Okay, so I talked about a few of the premises that make up the mastermind. Now, today I'm hoping to continue that and then talk about, what what you got to do to really form a mastermind group. So let me finish up the fifth premise here, and then I'm going to talk a little bit further about it. Okay, so he actually says that the fifth premise, it is a matter of established record that all individual success based upon any kind of achievement above mediocrity is attained through the mastermind principle and not by individual effort alone. Okay? What's that mean? No matter what it is that you're doing, no matter what goal that you're going after, if you try to do it on your own, it's it's not even going to come close to doing it with a mastermind. And you know, a lot of people, they unconsciously adapt the mastermind principle. They may not even realize it, right? Most people probably don't even read this book, but the successful people that do achieve above mediocrity or averageness, they do have a team. They have a tight inner circle. A few people that they trust, and that's how they truly attain above average results. He even goes on to say, do you have any idea how far you would get in the world if your occupation you decided to stand alone and not depend upon anyone else? Imagine how little you could accomplish if you didn't have the cooperation of other people, right? Imagine if you were a dentist or a doctor and you didn't have the cooperation of other people really spreading the word of how good of a service that you got, right? Napoleon Hill actually goes on to say that the best business owners, even if they're doctors or dentists, they unknowingly, convert each one of their clients into salesmen because of how much they go the extra mile, and they have their clients raving about them naturally, right? Telling them, hey, you guys got to check out this person, right? He did a phenomenal job on me. He went the extra mile, and they will go out of their way to build your business simply because you went the extra mile. And what does that mean? Right there is an example of you incorporating the mastermind principle. You actually are cooperating with other people. Okay, so he gives a few more examples, um, but I want to fast forward from there. But yeah, the idea of that premise was that it doesn't matter what it is that you want, you're gonna need other people to get there. Okay, now he says let's look at the different kinds of mastermind alliances. All right. So first, there's alliances for purely social or personal reasons, consisting of relatives, friends, and religious advisors, where no material gain is involved. And he goes on to say that the most important mastermind is between the man and his wife. Okay, so I'm not married yet, but for you married people, he says that I can't overemphasize the importance of going to work immediately and rededicating that marriage to a mastermind alliance. It will bring joy, health, and success into your life that you never dreamed of. It is a marvelous thing when a real mastermind alliance exists between a man and his wife. I don't know of anything that equals it. Okay? So, that's the number one mastermind alliance. Next, he says that there's also alliances for business or professional advancement, consisting of individuals who have a personal motive of a material or financial nature connected with the object of their alliances. Now, most people that are watching this video and most people that were attending his lectures, he says, uh, were probably looking to form their first mastermind alliance for economic and financial gain or financial advancement purposes, right? And that's totally legitimate, right? You want to improve your economic and financial conditions, you should start in immediately now to form a mastermind alliance for that purpose. All right. Now, remember, going back to Think and Grow Rich, he says when two minds get together, there is a third invisible mind that forms, right? That it's almost like a ball of energy, right? So he's suggesting, don't worry about making your mastermind that big. Start with one person, right? Start with one person that you can trust, that you want in your mastermind. And, inevitably, remember we talked about earlier that when you guys work in harmony with one another towards a definite end, right, that is still a very valid mastermind. And you will get so much further than if you were to go at this alone. All right. So, just skipping past a couple pages here. Now I'm going to talk about forming a mastermind alliance. Okay. He says that now I want to go into the instructions for the formation and the maintenance of a mastermind alliance. Okay. So, number one, adopt a definite purpose as an objective to be attained by the alliance. Choose an individual members whose education, experience, and influence are such as to make them have the greatest value in achieving the purpose. Okay. All right. What is the definite purpose between the Mastermind Alliance? Who are you going to bring into it? Right. Are they allowed to be smarter than you? Yes, they are encouraged to be smarter than you. Right. It's actually better. I was actually reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he was talking about how his rich dad wasn't the smartest, but he had a mastermind alliance with tons of people smarter than him. Right. You see this again in Andrew Carnegie, where he knew really nothing about steel, but he had people all around him that knew things about steel that he needed to know, and his job was to maintain perfect harmony between them. Okay. He actually goes on to say, a lot of times I'm asked, like, what's the most favorable number for a mastermind alliance? And how do you go about selecting the right sort of people for your mastermind alliance? Right? That he says that the procedure is exactly the same as if you were starting into a business and you were in choosing employees. What kind of an employee would you choose? You would choose one who could do the thing that you need to have done in that business. How many? Well, that would depend upon the volume of business that you're going to do. If you're only running a peanut stand or two, you may need only one person. But if you're running a chain of peanut stands, you may need 100 persons. Okay, so I, I'm going to leave it at that, right? How many people do you need in your mastermind alliance, right? It's really up to you, right? Start small at first, be selective in who you bring into your mastermind alliance, and start to grow it organically when it feels right to you. Now, as for the qualifications for those in a mastermind alliance, first of all, take those 6 points that I've already given you. They're the qualifications for your mastermind, right? Those 6 points are, dependability, loyalty, ability, positive mental attitude, willingness to go the extra mile, and applied faith. Okay, if you want to know what the qualifications of your mastermind allies are, there they are. And don't settle for anything less. If you find a man that has 5 of those qualities and doesn't have all 6 of them, you'd better be wary because they're all central in a mastermind relationship. Wow. Okay, so what is he saying? When you're looking for people to include in your mastermind alliance, what do they need? Right? Dependability, loyalty, ability to get the job done, a positive mental attitude. Where am I? Willingness to go the extra mile and applied faith. So, the people that you consider in your mastermind, if you got one, right? The people that you're with, that you're allied with, do they have these qualities? Now, the second part, right? Determine what appropriate benefit each member may receive in return for his cooperation in this alliance. Remember, nobody ever does anything for nothing. Right? What is the benefit each member will receive when they are in your mastermind alliance? All right. Okay, so there's a lot more here, but I'm gonna pause it there because it's just a lot of words to be read. So, talking about the Mastermind Alliance, right? Who is in it, right? What is the benefit of them being in it, right? You know, are they just going to be in a mastermind to be in it, or are you going towards a definite end, right? Do you have a reason of actually allying together, right? I think that's critical because I don't want to just be in a mastermind with anybody just because they're kind and cool and they're kind of like me. No, I want to be in a mastermind alliance for a given purpose. And it doesn't always have to be financial or economic, but there's got to be a purpose there. Okay? So that's the sum up, this part of the mastermind. I think we're going to wrap it up here with this conversation and, moving forward, we're going to be talking about the next principle, which is applied faith. So, thank you all for watching, and I'm truly grateful for you taking the time out to watch this. So, I'll leave you with this until we meet again in time and space. Bye, everybody, for now. Peace.